Man, y'all need to start tuning in to the YouTube channel, The Bengals Genius Show.
Brandon Bean, it is time
for you to atone for your sins.
That's right. Bad mouthing the Bengals last year after that playoff loss, saying I don't want to suck bad enough to get a Jamar Chase. The Bengals have built a better team, have been a better organization than the Bills for the last 15 years. Look at the records, look at the playoff wins, look at the Super Bowl appearances. That was incredibly disrespectful, but that seems to be the motto of the Buffalo Bills right now. Be disrespectful. After the game, the Bills also said that the Bengals only won because of the snow. Could you imagine the Bengals going to Miami and won, and the Dolphins said they only won because of the heat? Everyone talks about Buffalo Bills' playoff advantage if you're playing in the snow. Forget the fact that you shouldn't even been playing in Buffalo last year. It should have been in a neutral spot anyway. For some reason, the NFL just gift-wrapped a home playoff game for Buffalo Bills because honestly, they thought, hey, this DeMar Hamlin's a good story.
I'm coming to join you, honey.
And we're going to just give them a home game. But it was incredibly the wrong thing to do. I mean, by the way the mathematics worked out, it was like the Bengals were a game behind Buffalo, but they were going to crush them on that Monday night game. And they really did the Bengals dirty, but they rose above it and spanked the Buffalo Bills hiney. Now, I want to say this. I met some wild Buffalo cats back in Cincinnati last season, and they were some cool dudes. I saw a guy, an entire back was tattooed as a buffalo. It was pretty remarkable. So nothing against the fans. We've always gotten along good, but business is business. We all want a Super Bowl, and you guys are in our way. The season ended today. The Bengals would not even be in the playoffs. So we got to keep on winning. We got to keep on trucking now. Joe Burrow and the Bengals have never won on Sunday night. Josh Allen is 5-0 on Sunday night, so we don't stand a chance, right? Wrong. We are going to roll Buffalo tomorrow night. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put a little $5-10 on it. You know what I'm saying? Wink, wink. Bengals have covered the spread in 3 straight games and are hot. And the reason is this guy right here. He is literally an alien. The dude is just hyper-focused right now. He knows the Bengals are behind the 8 ball, and they have to basically keep winning. The number 1 seed is huge. I've been saying it all year. With this new format where only one team has the bye week, it's just, when you look, especially the AFC, how loaded it is at quarterback, it's very difficult to win all those games. And if you're going to be playing 3 games to beat 3 Pro Bowl quarterbacks, that's hard on anybody. And then they'll have to be on the road. So 1 week at a time, we win this game, and we are in a great position. We still control our own destiny. We just win. We win the rest of our division games, and we win the division. So assuming we, keep rolling. We were such a fine-tuned team last week. It's going to be hard to be that perfect. And then we still left points on the field. It should have been a bigger blowout than it was. So they have things to clean up. It's going to be nice to see Hudson's going to be starting over, or at least getting more playing time over Irv Smith Jr. And maybe the time off will do Irv some good, but that fumble was bad. And he just doesn't seem explosive. Hudson has a little pop to his game, and he just seems to provide more at the tight end position. And if we can get production out of there, the sky's the limit. Now, Lou Anarumo. This makes me sad, but we're focused on this season, but he will be gone next year. He's no longer the NFL's best kept secret. And the team that makes the most sense for him is the Raiders. You got to stop Patrick Mahomes. And as we all know, lose 3-1 against Pat. And it just seems to make sense. Now, the Raiders owner, Mark Davis, you can just tell from a haircut sometimes that he's not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but it's just a smart hire. Some team is going to be smart enough to hire Lou Anarumo. So who's going to replace him? I don't know yet. I'm going to have to look at the roster. It'll be someone on the staff, and we'll see. We'll conduct our interviews and see who they got. That's going to hurt. Another one that's going to hurt, and I said this way back, that since we wouldn't be able to sign T. Higgins, that he's going to be a Kansas City Chief, which I firmly believe. It makes too much sense because he is going to have a huge chip on his shoulder. And I will always be a T. Higgins fan. I love that guy. He's a great player. As a team gets dominant, you just can't keep everybody, and you're just going to have to pick and choose. We will re-sign Jamar Chase, though, but it's going to be unfortunate. But the guy's going to have a chip on his shoulder the size of Ted Karras's head. Ted Karras, my man, with that phenomenal run, almost went all the way. It's a damn shame. But still, it's good to know he's got some juice, and in a pinch, he could play some tailback. But T. Higgins will be missed, but we just got to that's the importance of drafting well and being able to backfill these positions. That's what we did with Bates. Dax Hill's been playing spectacularly. I'd like to see, remember Miles Murphy? I've heard more from Charlie Murphy lately than Miles Murphy, our first-round pick. Hopefully he's learning, and the good news is that we do have a strong defensive line. And I want to see Osai get more in the rotation so he can start putting some heat on these QBs. Lou Anarumo does a great job of slowing down the wide receivers for opposing teams, and that's really the strength of Buffalo. Josh Allen, of course, he can get hot and he'll be running around and making big plays. But all in all, though, Joe should be able to pick them apart. Buffalo's got a lot of little weaknesses in their defense. A lot of players are out right now, and they have a multi-headed approach when it comes to running back position. The jungle is also going to be wild. I don't know how they're going to pull this off. They're doing that stripe thing. I guess everyone's going to wear orange shirt, white shirt. No white shirts, but there'll always be some drunk guy. Probably that guy who did the headbutt earlier in the year. He'll be paroled, and he'll be wearing his white wife beater, ready to rock and roll. So there's going to be a few of those drunk guys that just going to keep it real, but whatever. It should look good. It's going to be fun to see how they pull that off, and I'm expecting a wild night. Something's got to give. So the Bengal train is going to keep on rolling, so I can't wait. So, all right, I'll talk to you again tomorrow. We're going to have a nice day, root against the Dolphins, and Chiefs are playing in the morning. I don't know who I'm rooting for. They're both 5-2. Doesn't matter. We'll roll them, but I don't know how it helps us with our playoff seeding, so one's going to take out the other. And if we keep on winning, can't be stopped. So, all right, be sure to subscribe.
And y'all need to start tuning in
just watch
to the
the show,
YouTube channel,
okay?
The Bengals Genius Show.